Hello and welcome, guys. Good evening once again, and it's a pleasure to be here with you guys. I hope you had a wonderful day. Welcome to day three of our WordPress online class. Today we'll start up quickly with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we are thankful to you for everything we've studied so far. We commit today's class into your hands. We ask for wisdom. Help everybody listening make the most of this opportunity and this privilege. At the end of the day, all thanks will be given to your name. In the name of Jesus, I pray thanksgiving. Amen. Okay, so great. So let's get started with our class today. So yesterday we looked at how to install our themes, the different types of themes there are, and where we can get our themes from and all that. And I think we had a good time yesterday. So today we're going to take a look at finding and installing the right plugins for your website, customizing your theme, and then resources you will use for your website design, and then common issues that arise with theme and plugin installation. Because we are running on our local host, you might run into some common errors. So I'm going to discuss that, and then we see how best we can deal with such issues. So we're going to start off first with, okay, we looked at these different categories yesterday, and like I recommended, I wouldn't advise you to go for crack.now themes at all. Aside the fact that it's illegal, it could also be harmful to your website because somebody could easily hack your website. So always get either a free theme or purchase a theme, and you're safe. And purchasing a theme is also very good because you have complete access to all the full functionality of the theme, unlike the free themes where you are limited as to what you have access to. So we're going to take a look at a few things. Now, when you install your WordPress theme, like we saw yesterday, we did a bit of an installation yesterday. Let me come here. All right, so a dashboard. Take a look at our dashboard. Sorry. Okay, so when you install your theme, there are a couple of ways to go about customizing it, and there are a few things you need to know. Now, one of the things I normally advise is that you take a look at the following these three things, which is your demo content or how to install demo content, and then the documentation for your theme, and then also how to import a sample file, content file. Now, most themes, especially the premium or the paid themes, would come with their own inbuilt demo importer. Now, what the demo importer is this. Now, if you take a look at what we can see here for the theme details. Now, if you look at this design we have to the left here, sorry about that. If you look at the design we have here, you realize that more often than not, when you finish installing the theme, it wouldn't look exactly as you've seen or exactly as it was advertised right off the bat. But here's what you can do. Now let me demonstrate to you. For instance, if we come here and we click on view site, you can see that what we have here is totally different from what was shown us when we're installing the theme. Now the reason is that after installing the themes, you have the option to now install those files, or that what we call the demo content, to then make the site look as you had seen it. And it's usually important that you check out the documentation of the theme to guide you. But if the documentation is not there, you could always come and look around here. Mostly on the appearance, you'd see customize, or you see something that's got to do with importing your demo. If not, you could also come here, import, which I'll walk you through how to import your demo. But for the purpose of this particular tutorial, because you're using this particular free theme, we're going to start off from customize, since there's no demo importer by default. But for most of the premium themes, if you purchase, you're going to have an importer there. Okay, so let me just quickly talk about this before we come back to the website. So the documentation normally gives you step-by-step guide on how to go about setting up the theme and to import the demo content and everything. And more often than not, that documentation file will normally come with your premium theme folder. If not, if it's not there, you could also be given a link or the link to where the site is to get access to the documentation. And that's one reason why I also like buying themes from ThemeForest. For instance, if you go to ThemeForest right now and then check for a theme, let's say a random WordPress theme. So let's say I look for WordPress and then I pick a theme, a random theme. Okay, so let's say I pick children WordPress theme. Okay, let me pick this Creativa, which is about $29. Oftentimes you realize that you can view the live preview, and then also when you go to the site, so there's a live preview of how the site should look. Okay, great. So I can pick my demo. Okay, great. So good. So let's say if I decide to purchase, okay. Let's start again. Okay, so this supports, but most often when you download it, it will come with a, okay, this supports, so this support for the theme anyway. But most of it, when you pay for a theme and you purchase it, it will come with a full guide or a full documentation on how to go about working with that particular theme. So that's one of the benefits of purchasing a premium theme as well. You get the full. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. So the documentation, it's well documented for you, and I don't know why it keeps bringing me here. Anyway, let's continue with what we have at hand. Okay, so this is our theme. We're going to start customizing it. Now, the installation of plugins, like we mentioned earlier, pretty much works just like the installation of themes. So for this website, for instance, one of the things we like to do first is, let's say, check the currently installed plugins. So you come to the left, look for plugins. Once you hover over it, you see the options. And there are a number of cool plugins by default that come with your WordPress installation. I've deleted most of mine, I think, or I think it's just these two for now, I don't know. But one of them that you could really work with is the Akismet anti-spam plugin. It helps protect your blog from spam, as it rightly says here. And there are a number of other ones I also like Jetpack and a few other things. But when you want to install a plugin, now the plugins help extend the functionality of your website. So, like for instance, you want to protect your blog against spam, as shown here. Let's say you want to add a backup plugin so that every now and then your website files are backed up for you. You can just come here, click on Add Plugins, and then let's say you can just do a random search, backup. And this is what I like to do. Aside Googling to find out which particular plugin can help me accomplish what I want to accomplish, before I install a plugin, I normally like to look at two things. I like to look at the installs, which is good, and then the reviews, the number of stars the plugin has. More often than not with WordPress, the more installs and then the better reviews, the better the plugin is. So I normally like to check that. So you can see 1 million installs, 1 million installs for Updraft over there. I use Updraft a lot actually for backup. 1 million installs, 1 million installs. Dropbox is also here. WP database backup. I mean, this has 3,232 reviews compared to even Updraft that has just 2,000. So sometimes it's not only about the installs per se, but also the reviews. It might not have as many installs as the other ones, but it might have very, very good reviews. But personally, I use Updraft. So you click on install. Now I like to do this so that, let's say if I'm working on the site, and even though this is on your local server, but even though if I'm working on the site for a client, and let's say I'm done with the the development and everything, and let's say you hand it over to them and somebody messes up with something and it gets messed up. Once you have the backup set up, they can always just revert to a previous installation or a previous version of the website. And or even if, let's say, you happen to be disobedient and you use a cracked theme and somebody hacks your website, you can always fall back on a previous installation. I don't know. Okay, great. So the installation is done. Then you click on activate to activate your plugin. And then it gives you a list of options, so a number of things you can do. Okay, so good. So our Updraft is installed. Now, most of it, when you install a plugin, you're going to see that the options are going to show up on the left of your dashboard where the menu items are. So you can just scroll through and see if anything new has showed up. In this case, we should probably find it somewhere around settings. Yeah, I'm right. Updraft backups. Click on it to set it up. Okay, good. So there are a number of settings. You can come here, set it up so that your website can be backed up to a Dropbox, to an FTP to a different server. You can choose what you want to back up. You can choose your set an email and all those things. You can even upload backup files from here. Settings, yeah, okay, good. Current status, okay, good. So you can over here you can just back up quickly and have that backup stored. You can also restore, you can clone, migrate, and all that. So if I choose to back up, okay, it's going to take a bit of time and to eat into our work. But basically, that's the process you go through for installing themes. You first need to know what you want to accomplish. Let's say you want to add your Facebook page, your Facebook like box to your website. You can go there as well. Go to plugins, go to add new, and then search for Facebook. Even if you know just the keywords, the results will show up and then you can choose from it. So search for Facebook and then it shows up. And these are some of the cool things about WordPress. You don't have to code everything from scratch or worry so much because there are plugins or themes to fit whatever you're looking for. So Facebook Likebox, you can select, install, and then set it up nicely. So that's with the installation of the plugin. So let's go back to customizing our theme. So you go to the left, appearance, you go to themes, or you can go straight to customize. So let's go straight to customize. And let's start making a few changes to our website for Imaginary Bel Air, what's it called? Travel agency. So one of the things I normally advise is when you're building a site for a particular purpose, you could always review other people's sites that are similar to what you're doing so that it serves as a guide for you, or this gives you a fair idea, especially when you don't get enough content from the client, So you could just come here. For instance, I Googled and I just came across this site. Free advertisement for them anyway, but I mean, I'm not too happy that it's not too the choice of color for their menu items here wasn't the best. But anyway, we are not there we are not here to review their site, but just to pick up a few items which we can use for our menus as well. So home, about us, services, destinations. We'll skip bookings for now and then go straight to contact. So at least we can make a list of that. So that's how we add that to our website. So we come back here. Let's change a few things first. Let's start with site identity. Over here, I don't like this tagline, so we can change that from just another WordPress site to freedom to explore the world. Or no, that's even too long. So let's choose explore the world. Bel Air is a cool company, so explore the world. We don't have a logo just yet. So when you make any change, you make sure you click on save and publish so that if anything happens, you don't lose that change. The colors also based background color. Okay, we'll come back to that. So let's create our menu quickly. But before we create our menu, there's something we need to do here. Okay, good. So let's leave this place now and then do two things. Sorry, we are not going to save the last change, except only explore the world. So the first thing we need to do is to create the pages which we are going to use on our menu. And the pages are the actual pages on your website, and then the post we'll look at contents that can go on pages. Posts could also be set up as pages by themselves, and we'll look at that as we go along. So let's go to our pages. On the left, click on Add New. Okay, just a quick break. Let me just check something quickly over here. Okay, let's just check something quickly. Just want to make sure that we are following. Okay, great. Working just fine. Okay, so we're back. All right, so the first page we're going to add is our home page. You type the title, you come to pages on the left, add new home. And then to your right, we're not going to change anything for now. Custom home page. Okay, let's choose custom home page and the template. Custom home page, that's to your left. So you type the title of the page here, home. Come to your right, look for page attributes. Under page attributes, look for template and click the drop down and select custom home page. When you're done, click publish. Good. And then we have that published. And the next thing we're going to do is add a new page. So from here, we said home, about us, services, destinations, and contact. So home, about us. This one, we don't change anything. Just click on publish. We add another page. Sorry, I'm moving a bit too fast. So services, we click on publish. Destination. Click on, let me see if it dropped down. I'll leave it that way. So destination, publish, and the last but not the least, contact. But for the contact, you after you have done typing the title, come to the right and the page attributes, look for contact, select that, and click publish. Ta-da! We've basically created 5 pages for our website. If it was HTML, you'll probably be writing all your tags all over and over again, and all your URLs and LIs and all blah 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 information go and write all your CSS to go along with it and all that. So this is pretty efficient, especially for website development. And probably if you're building a web application, you could just go ahead and do your coding from scratch. But regardless to say, it's very important that you understand the basics of some of those things: PHP, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It helps you have a better control of things like WordPress, Joomla, etc. Okay, great. So now that we are done with our pages, you can see a list of it here by clicking on all pages. So we can see that here, including the sample page. And what we are going to do now is add these pages to our menu, and then now let the menu show on our website. So currently, if you look at the site that we have, it looks very, very boring and flat. Oh, okay, the pages have started showing up, but not in the right order. So let's just arrange them properly. So come to appearance on the left, the one with the paintbrush icon, and then hover over it. You see menus. Click on menus. Good. We're going to create our first menu. We're going to call that main menu. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Home menu, main menu. I choose to call it main menu. So stick with that. And you can see your pages here. We'll click on view all. We have our home page. We'll select it. About us, we select contact, select destination, select. Oh, our home is 2. That means we have a default home page. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Let's do this quickly. Let's go to pages, go to all pages, and then let's trash this home page. I'll explain to you why. So I've trashed the home page. In other words, I've deleted the home page. So you come to all pages. Sorry if I'm moving a little bit fast. Click on it. You see a list of all the pages. Just hover over it. You see trash. I've already deleted it, so you won't see it here. Let me delete the sample page as well, because we don't need it for now. And then that leaves us with just these 4. And then come back to appearance, click on menus. Oftentimes, when you install a theme, there's a default home page that comes with a particular or certain particular settings. And when you are creating a new menu, as we've done here, and you click on view all other pages, you would see it here. Normally, it's better if you stick with this one because most of the customization settings will be linked to the default home page that comes with the site. So all you do is click on the checkbox, select home, about, contact, destination, services, add that to your menu, and we are now going to arrange them nicely for our website to look great. So let's place our contact by just clicking and dragging all the way to the bottom. Let's bring up our services, above, destination. Now when you drag it to the left like this, it becomes a sub menu or a sub item under your menu, but that's not what we want. We want it this way. So this is what we have here. Now this is what we're going to do. We're going to check the location where we want the menu to be, and we want that to be our primary menu, which means we want that to be the main navigation menu on our website, like what you see at the top. So you check that and click Save Menu. Good. So we've saved our menu. So let's go back to our website, refresh, and see if we are making any headway. Fantastic. So now we have home, about us, services, destination, contact. We click on home. We have this boring thing here. So now let's go back and then make one more change. Go to customize on the left. Good. Now under customize, we'll go scroll down to static front page. Now over here, by default, it will be most often a set your latest post, which assumes that your website is sort of like a regular blog. I will change that to static page. And then on the front page, we select, oh, our front page didn't show here. So I shouldn't have deleted the other one. Sorry, let me just add that quickly. So let me leave here. Come to the left pages, add new. I'll call this home page to distinguish from the default one. And then I'll select custom home page and publish. And then under appearance, I'll come to menu. And then under home, I'll remove this guy from there, select home page, and then add to menu. Sorry if I'm going fast. You can always just take your time and watch the video again and then catch up on everything. And yes, I'm going to leave this here, and then I'm going to save this. Good. Now once I have that saved, I'll come back to appearance, customize, and I'll come to static front page, static page. I'm going to select home page. Good. That's what I'm looking for, a clean plate. And then I'm going to save and publish that. Fantastic. Okay, great. So we are going to, at least now we have a better clean plate to work with. We have this empty page where we can start adding in our content. We have our pages that are also ready for us to add more content. As you can see already, by default, because of the theme we chose, we have some things already showing up for us. You know, it looks like we've done some serious work on the site, but we just barely begun. So we have our pages set up. We're ready to build up upon in the subsequent videos. And then we're going to take a look now at some resources that we're going to use for our website design. Very quickly, we're going to leave this here. We'll continue with our website from tomorrow and then fill in the content. You see, it's fairly easy to build websites for WordPress. Okay, so for the resources you're going to use, for instance, we're going to need some dummy text. So we're going to use a website called lipsum.com. Now, Lipsum gives us a bunch of dummy text. I'm sure you've seen this with a lot of templates online. Lorem ipsum, blah, 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 blah. You can get them here from Lipsum, and then you just copy in whichever language you want. If you want it in French, if you want it in whatever language, you just select. And then we use that as like placeholder text for certain aspects of the website. And then also we need images that we can use for, our website. So two of the sites we'll be using to get images for our website is, one is pexels.com, and here you can search for photos on anything. So if I look for, let's say, travel, I'll get results under travel you see, and I can pick images which I'll use and I wouldn't have any copyright issues. And then also there's the popular Pixabay, pixabay.com, our dear friend Pixabay. So free images for everything that you want to do as well. You can look for travel here, and I have a whole host of images with different sizes and resolutions and all those things. So also you can use without having any copyright issues, so long as you properly acknowledge all these things. I like this picture. Reminds me of Ian's balance artwork. Yeah. So anyway, so those are some of the resources you're going to be using for now to get our images and then to get our placeholder text. Our Bella website so far is coming along just fine. So the last but not the least for today is common issues they are going to face with with theme installation and plugin installation. Now, because we are installing this locally, sometimes when you install the themes, they might not install properly. So you might have to download the files. So you might have to look for, let's say, download free WordPress themes. Sorry, yeah. So let's say you might look for a free theme that you want. The number of them here. It's free. Click on it. Come here. Download now for free. I hope you don't ask me to enter my email because I wouldn't want to. So you're going to install this. I don't know why it's taking long, but anyway. Okay, so I think no worries. But basically, what you do is you're going to copy those files. You're going to copy those files, and then all right. So I think we're going to wrap up here for today, and then hopefully we're going to continue in the subsequent videos. Thanks so much for your time, and kindly let me know if you have any questions or any suggestions or any contributions. All right. Thanks so much for your time, and catch you in the next one. All right.